What's up, everybody? Extra1234 Games here. That's the wrong channel. Extra1234 here, back with you for another video. Jeez, this is the third time I've tried recording this video, so I'm like very delirious. But anyway, this is my WrestleMania predictions video. Yes, I know I've been active since RoboTime, but I'm trying to handle that now. Other things have consumed my life. Anyway, my NXT TakeOver Orlando predictions will be right there in the little eye, or as always in the link in the description down below. Now let's get into this card. I'm starting from the bottom, working my way to the top. I'm going off of the order that WWE has on their website, so if I get matches wrong, it's not my fault, it's WWE's fault for not putting their matches in the right order. But I highly doubt, like I said the first recording, I highly doubt that this is going to be the kickoff match, the first kickoff match, but here we go. We have the Cruiserweight Championship match. Please, baby, change your fucking strap color. Neville versus Austin Aries. I believe this is going to be a very good match. Probably going to be a show stealer. And I believe Austin Aries is going to pick up the victory in this one. And then they're going to continue their feud, hopefully till SummerSlam time. Sorry, I got bug or something flew into my hair. Then we have the 4th annual Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. And it will be featuring Big Show, Sami Zayn, Braun Strowman, Apollo Crews, Mojo Rawley, and several other superstars. I believe that Braun Strowman will win this match. If he doesn't, it will be Sami Zayn, and that's only to further the Strowman-Zayn feud, because it seems like that's where they were going over the last few months of Raw. So let's move on. We have the Raw Tag Team Champion. No, that's main roster. Okay, I guess there's only 2 matches on the main card, so apparently they're wanting to do more. They're wanting to go on and to do more. They're wanting to push more cards on the main roster, but it is like a 5-hour event, So, I guess we're moving on to the main roster. We're moving on to the main card. We have the Raw Tag Team Triple Threat Ladder Match. We have the Club, Gallows and Anderson versus Enzo and Cass versus Cesaro and Sheamus. I honestly think that if they're going to put the belts on Enzo and Cass, it's going to be at WrestleMania so they can get that pop. So they can get the pop. Because they're still really hot amongst young fans. They don't have as much of the spectacle as they did when they were in NXT, but I believe this is going to be the way they're going to do it, and they're going to take advantage of Cass's build height. Maybe they'll even lower the belt a little bit to make this spot possible, but having the belt's just high enough to where Enzo on Cass's shoulders, maybe standing or whatever, can reach up, grab those Raw tag belts, and they're gonna walk away with this one. If that doesn't happen, I believe the Club should continue with the titles and then feud with Enzo and Cass going forward. Then we have the SmackDown's Women's Championship match. It is a 6-pack challenge, I guess. It's a gauntlet or whatever. It's weird, because I heard Steven Larson say that this. Yeah. But the description reads, Alexa Bliss has to defeat all the women on the SmackDown Live roster who are available to compete. So, and as Naomi's coming back here recently, I only think they put it on Alexa Bliss to get it off Naomi to let her have injuries. So I think Naomi's going to pick up the victory in this one. I don't really know either way. It's just, it's confusing. So Naomi, maybe. I don't know. Then we have our Intercontinental Championship match. Dean Ambrose versus Baron Corbin, which I'm glad they got Baron Corbin something to do in WWE right now. I honestly think that this feud's going to continue after this, but Corbin will pick up the belt at Mania, and then that will continue for at least another month. Then we have Jericho versus Owens for the U.S. title. Both the IC and the U.S. title belts are going to be in very good matches. Chris Jericho versus Owens, so I believe that probably Owens is going to pick up the victory in this match. That's the way I look at it. And then we move on to our Raw Women's Fatal 4-Way Elimination match. Bayley versus Charlotte versus Sasha versus Nia. And I think that definitely the last three are going to be the former three members of Four Horsewomen. Bayley, Sasha, and Charlotte. Now, I honestly think that Charlotte will get probably pinned by both of them, and then Sasha's going to turn her back on Bayley, and then either pick up the victory or forces Bayley's hand to actually defeat her. So Sasha or Bayley's going to come out on top of this match. I just don't know either way. Then we have Shane McMahon versus AJ Styles. Not too psyched about this match. At least the build-up is somewhat decent, with AJ's original pin being scrapped for the for this year's WrestleMania, and then throwing him with Shane McMahon right at the end. I believe that this is going to be a very good match. I honestly think that this one might get thrown out just for the fact that AJ will lose his temper on Shane, get himself disqualified, hence losing the match, but it's not going to be like a clean finish. Then we have Seth Rollins versus Triple H in a non-sanctioned match. It's basically going to be a no-holds-barred brawl fight, whatever. This is going to be a good match. I honestly think that this match will take place, but it won't take place. I honestly believe that Samoa Joe will get involved, and we will see the creation of the new evolution in this match, and have Samoa Joe then at the end of the match have Kevin Owens come down, because obviously they're in cahoots now. So I think Triple H will pick up this match, but it's only because of outside interference via Samoa Joe and Kevin Owens, or Samoa Joe or Kevin Owens. So Triple H will win that match, and then Rollins will probably try to figure out how to, get new. Then we have they build these as like, oh, this match. This is built as the power couples collide. We have John Cena and Nikki Bella versus the Miz and Maurice. I don't know how to go with this one. I want to say that John Cena and Nikki are pretty much going to win this match, obviously, because it's John fucking Cena. But what happens after it, I'm not sure. The way they've been doing it is like, they're teasing Cena proposing for total Bellas and all this. I don't really know, but Cena and Nikki to pick up the victory. Then you have The Undertaker versus Roman Reigns. I honestly believe that this is going to be an okay match. It's the only Undertaker match that I've never been sure of. Because in my brain or in my heart as a wrestling fan, Undertaker's got to win at Mania. Undertaker's got to win. If it wasn't Bray Wyatt that beat his streak, and if it wasn't CM Punk who beat his streak, but it was Brock Lesnar that beat his streak, which made sense because it gave legitimacy. I think Roman Reigns is going to beat him, but I hope this isn't Undertaker's last WrestleMania match. Last match in general, because if he goes out with a loss to Roman Reigns, it's going to be crap. This match is already going to get booed. Roman Reigns is already going to get booed if he beats The Undertaker. Either way. The only way for WWE to come out on top in this match is to have Undertaker beat Roman Reigns, because Roman Reigns, even though they're trying to push him as a top babyface, they're forcing him down our throats. That's why now Cena, he's in a better position, but he's still getting cheered and booed. So I want Undertaker to win, but I know WWE's probably gonna have Roman Reigns win. Then we have the Universal Championship match, Goldberg versus Brock Lesnar. I honestly believe that this is where Goldberg will bow out and Brock Lesnar will finally beat him, even though the score will not be settled completely, because in match count, Brock Lesnar has lost 2 out of the 3 times that they have came toe to toe, and of course, you know, the Rumble and all that. So Brock, to pick up the Universal title, probably carry it till SummerSlam or something like that. Then we have Bray Wyatt versus Randy Orton. This is the only match that I'm actually excited for, because you have the Viper versus the new face of Fear, the man that I think should face Undertaker in one last match and do the proverbial passing of the Phenom torch. Because Bray Wyatt could have done it when he had his Mania match with Undertaker. I think it was last year or the year before. But unfortunately they didn't do it that way. So I think Randy Orton will pick up this victory, carry the WWE Championship, but they're gonna feud over it, and maybe we'll see a new legacy, and then continue on with a reformation of the Wyatts once again, consisting of Wyatt, Bray, Luke, and Eric Rowan. So, yeah, that's how I look at it this time. And also, I think a good opponent for the Wyatts right now are going to be Sanity. If they form back together, if the Wyatts form back together and are stronger than ever, I think Sanity is going to be a good opponent for them. Faction on faction, leader on leader, demented versus demented. I think that match will actually do a very good. I will probably do. I'll guarantee it in this video. I will do a future video on the benefits of Sanity versus the Wyatts. I will guarantee that right now. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed. I know I'm not very insightful because these are just kind of my predictions, how I feel. Unfortunately, I'm out of the loop a little bit. So I'm coming from a casual standpoint now, not a hardcore. So anyway, guys, remember, if you liked the video, please like, comment, and subscribe. My NXT TakeOver Orlando predictions will be in the description, along with, and then I will hopefully do a review afterwards. Anyway, guys, till next time, guys. Peace out.